Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Have a beautiful day happening here today. We're a little on the dry side, and that's going to continue throughout today, undoubtedly. Hoping for some rain, moving a little water from one place to the other. But in today's video, we're going to do a comparison between some portable solar panels we've reviewed in the past and a newer version, and see how the newer version shakes out compared to the old one. All right, let's get into it. So it's been a while since I first reviewed this 400 watt foldable portable solar array from Nurzviy. There was a lot of things we liked about it, some things we weren't so thrilled about it. Just to do a quick recap, we found that it did meet its specifications for charging at 400 watts, and under ideal conditions even exceeded 400 watts. So that was all good. And they seemed very durable and still seem very durable. I left them out in all kinds of weather. Very, very tough material. Haven't seen any problem with that, except they've been folded up for a while and stored. And I am seeing just the slightest little delamination here in the folds of the skin of it. As far as on the solar panels themselves, the cells, not really seeing that. Seems to be really confined to the folds where you want to fold it up and put it in the carrying case for it. Every fold section has just the slightest delamination going on. The cells themselves are not doing that. And once folded up, they fit into this carrying case, which was convenient, because it has a shoulder strap folded up. They have a little bit of weight to them, so a little cumbersome to move them around without this case. And the case also doubles as a stand, which we didn't like so much. And once you unzip the case, one side of it is floppy and one side is very stiff. And that's meant to support your panels. It's got a couple of clips on there. And what we found was, it's only as wide as one of those solar panels. So you have to stand it up and kind of split the difference between these two for support. And it wasn't a great support. It was hard to keep everything in this kind of an alignment, almost impossible. And extremely cumbersome to do. Pretty much a two-person operation. I did get it done by myself, but a little frustrating to do that. So in all the time that I've been using these, I've just laid them out here, propped them up to whatever angle I wanted to hit the sun, and they have continued to work fine. But yeah, that stand, which is part of the case, pretty difficult to use. And so now they've sent me out to their newer revised edition. Same amount of wattage, 400 watt portable solar panel array. So let's look at it, see how it differs from the old one we reviewed a while back. And first glance, right out of the box, it's made of the same heavy duty material as far as the case goes. Very nice tight stitching. Again, it's got some carrying handles and a shoulder strap. Let's open it up. And after I open the case, got some built-in MC4 connectors. It's got some other, feels like hardware in here, maybe spakes, little connection, and some various connections as well. But it had this metal bracket. I'm guessing that's going to be a foldable, more sturdy array that should give us a really nice support for the panels. Okay, now all four solar panels are folded up, and then there's this little carrying handle for them, and I'm using just one hand here, and my goodness, that is considerably lighter than the other foldable array by far. I'll get a weight on this and show you, but there's a huge difference, I can tell, because I just lugged the other ones over there. Still felt like a struggle. This one, wow, no problem. Yeah, I can't wait to see the weight difference and how they were able to achieve that. Yeah, let's get a weight on these brand new ones. pick it up with one hand. 17.2 pounds. Okay, let's see what those old ones weigh. 34 pounds. Wow, half the weight. The newer version, half the weight of the older version. And just looking, I mean, this is fairly thick. This is much thinner. That must have been where they lost all of the weight. And they also cut down the size quite a bit. Give you the side by side. New version, old version. 17 pounds, 34 pounds. Easy with one hand to maneuver. With the handle, not so easy. So, those supports that were all stacked together and tied together nicely, they all separate. There's 3 separate support systems, fully adjustable, super sturdy. I mean, this is what we like. And you've got some straps here that connect from the center parts of the support, and you can adjust it if you want it more upright. You know, pull it through and over and hook into there or there. I think this will be about the right angle for our purposes today. This array should be nicely supported. So far, super easy for one person. So I'm really liking this upgrade they've done. So I separated those 3 different brackets, kind of evenly spaced to give it the best support. I was never able to achieve this kind of flatness with the original support that was part of that other case. And then it comes with a little, like I showed you, adjustable. So if you wanted to stand them more upright, you could easily do that. Each one of the panels has a little Velcro strap, or each one of the brackets rather, has a Velcro strap. You can fasten the top of your panel to the bracket. Yeah. But boy, nice and straight. Nice and straight. I fiddled with that other one a long time, as you know. I could not achieve this. That's very, very nice. Very impressed with that. That's what we want to see. Inside this little bag were 3 spikes. Pretty heavy duty. So you could even anchor the back of your brackets down into the ground if you wanted to. I only have about an inch of soil there before I hit lava rock, so I'm not going to attempt that, and I'm not worried about it. But yeah, pretty nice. Liking that. Not ideal solar coming in right now, but let's tie them up and see what we get. It might get better over time. So inside the pouch, which is attached to one of the last panels on one end, you got your built-in MC4 connectors. You can snap it right into the adapter set that it's included with. And then on that, you can see you've got about every kind of adapter you could possibly need for charging up portable power stations, whatnot. Or you could just run these off of some solar panel extension cables into any unit that you've got running. And it's even got a little adapter to fit on to this one for that. Okay, let's get it going. Looking good. I like this. Boy, and just look at that line down. I mean, you know, I could prop this up a little bit, but I mean pretty darn straight. And so far, it couldn't be easier for a one-person installation. Super lightweight, easy to move around, easy to set up. Okay, I've moved these to a different location, which is getting great sun. It was super, super easy. Only took me a couple seconds. I'm tying it into some solar panel extension cables, and let's run up to the bungalow and get some readings on this thing. So that's where we're headed. Okay, we're up in the shop on the blue wall. Got the MPPT 130 from Victron. Those panels are in pretty much full sun, but this battery bank that I'm charging up right now is pretty darn full. As you can see, it's already up to 14.2, and it just already tapered the panels down. So let me put a load on this so we can open those panels up a little bit more. So in the specifications, power voltage 34.2 volts. And let's look here. We're at 34.12, very, very close, looking good. I'm not getting great sun, but as you can see, my battery bank is completely full, sitting there in absorption, tapering down the panels. So let's see, to get an accurate read on maybe the potential, although I don't have full sun at the moment, I'll tie up another battery that's a little more depleted. All right, it's the next morning, and these are just now getting into full sun. So let's go take a look, see how it's producing. All right, we got a couple little clouds getting in the way, kind of thin clouds, but you can see as those kind of break free, it's pumping right up, 340 some watts. Going through just the thinnest layer, looking pretty good. Voltage right at about 30 volts. Good. Ambient temperature about 75 degrees right now, so the panels are starting to warm up. And still just a thin layer of clouds, but looking really, really good. And more quick moving little clouds moving around out there, but everything's just looking pretty darn good. I don't even have those panels facing exactly the right angle for the sun in its current position. And they'll be in better position as the sun kind of gets up a little higher, but early morning, those panels are doing great. And we'll take a quick look at the link that they provided, which I will provide for you guys down in the description, what that's going for today. $425, and we can get you a 10% discount code on that. So there you go. That'll bring it in under 400 bucks, just to let you guys know. And still just a little hazy, cloudy kind of coverage going on right now, and they're trying to pump out all the way to 400 watts. No doubt they would. My conditions are just not completely ideal, but you can get the idea here. They're cranking out just fine. Give it another little second, see if that little cloud I've been watching will maybe totally get out of the way, and then it'll probably actually exceed a little bit with those panels cooling off a touch. But yeah, looking pretty darn good, especially now that it's about 77 degrees, so those panels are getting pretty warm, looking great. And I just hit my target voltage on the battery, so you know, it's winding the panels down a little bit just to hold it at 14.2 volts there. And I just dropped in a very depleted battery right now. You can see it's only at 12.1 volts right there. And let's see if we can get that to boost up a little bit wattage wise, since this battery can take it. And I'm still getting a little bit of the clouds, just enough to hold it down at about 300 watts. All right, guys, so Nurzviy really did a very nice job of changing their little portable power pack of 400 watt foldable solar panels compared to the first version they sent out here, which, you know, as I mentioned before, a little heavy, little cumbersome, much more difficult for one person to put up. These right here, no problem, super lightweight, easy to move around, and then those beefed up supports to put it at whatever angle you want. Huge improvement. So good job to Nurzviy. Thanks to them for sending this out for a review. It was kind of fun to do and see that they really improved this quite a bit. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, have a good day. I just took a quick peek, and they're very hot right now, very hot in full sun. So, you know, we all know that the panels don't produce their rated output when it's really hot. So I just took a peek, about 320 watts going into the system right now. Just fine for a day like this. So, all right, catch you later. Aloha. Yeah, and you know, those old panels, they work great. Just a little harder to move around, but if you happen to have some of those, you know that they're working just fine too. All right.